Hello guys, in this video we are going to discuss what is context switching. So the context switching is the process of saving the state of a running process and load the state of another process so the CPU can execute it. So context switching is the process of saving the state of a running process and load the state of another process so the CPU can execute the process. So, for example, you are seeing the example here. This is the process 1 and this is the process 2. So, the interruption or system call are happening and it's the save state into PCB1. So, the process 1 state are saving and here you are seeing it save state into PCB1. So, this is the process 1 and then reload the state from PCB2 means save the state of process 1 and reload the state of process 2. And then again interruption or system call are happening. So it will save the state of process 2 and reload the state of process 1. So in this way context switching are happening means this is process 1 and this is process 2. So interruption or system call are happening. So the process 1 save is its state and the process 2 will get reloaded. And then again the system call or interruption are happening. So it will save the state of process 2. And then again it will reload the state of process 1. So this is the way context switching works means save the state of running process and reload the other process and then again save the state of a process and reload another process. So in this way context switching are happening. So for example, I just want to give you an example. So you are typing a document, mean you are considering it a process 1 and suddenly a email notification appear which you can say that process B. So the OS pauses process A means it pauses process A and it save its state and then switch to process B. After finishing the process B, it will restore the process A and continues. Means there are two things are happening right now. So here I am just showing you the example means this is the process 1 and this is the process 2. Consider typing document. So this is process 1 and this is one is email notification which appears. So consider it a process B. So the interruption or system call happening means email notification appears. So the system call or interruption are happening. So it will save the state of process 1 and reload the process 2. Means it will save the state of typing document and reload the process means you can say that email notification. And then again interruption or system call are happening when the process B complete its task. So it will save its state and reload the process state of process 1. So in this way context switching are happening. So again you can say that why context switching happens. So it will happens when you allow multitasking. When CPU switching between multiple processes. So in this way context switching are happening. And then interruptions means hardware or software interruption occurs. And then also system call are happening means a process request OS service means some iOS devices. And then fourth one is priority scheduling means a process which needs high priority, which needs CPU. So in this way context switching are happening means in multitasking CPU switches between multiple processes and interruptions means software or hardware interruption occurs. In this way context switching are happening and also system call arrives means there is some kind of request of iOS devices, and priority scheduling means some process needs some high priority and it will need CPU. So in this way context switching are happening. So this is process A and this is process B, and the CPU you are seeing it will do context switching. So it will save or reload the state of processes. So what are the steps in context switching means? First of all, it will save the state of the current process. Current process means registers a program counter into its PCB. So first of all, it will save the state of the current processes, its data and its program counter and etc. So and then it will update the process states means running state to ready or waiting, because in this way you have to see that the process has to update its status, because first they are in the running, so when they start waiting, so they had to change its state and then again select another process from the ready queue, and then again it will select the process from the ready queue and then load the save state of the new processes from its PCB and then transfer control to the new process. This will happen in a millisecond, so no one can say that that context switching are happening, but it's happening. So it's will happening so fast, usually in a millisecond. So first of all, you can say that save the state of the current process into its PCB, and then again it will say start updating the state of the process means from running to ready or waiting, and then again it will select the other process from the ready queue and then it will reload the processes from its PCB, and then again the it will transfer the control to the new processes. So in this way context switching are happening. First they have to save the state of the current process and then update the state from running to ready, and then select or reload the state from PCB, and then again it will transfer the control to the new processes. In this way context switching are happening. First save the state and then update it, and then again select the process from the ready to and the reload state from PCB, and again the system call are happening, so it will context switching again and it will do it in a millisecond, so no one can realize that context switching are happening, but it's happening. So what is saved during a context switching? So you can say that OS saved the following information about the process. So think about that. OS has to save certain information about the processes. So what information it is? So it's stored CPU registers, program counters, state pointer, memory management info, iOS status and accounting information. So think about that, how they will get to know. So OS has to save the current information about the running processes. So it has to save following things. So I have discussed about you that it has to save following states. So these are the states they have to save. They need to save during the context switching. So what are the context switching overhead? Means context switching is necessary, but context switching has a cost. So CPU takes a lot of time, and at that duration CPU does not do any kind of useful work and it will cause performance overhead. Too frequent switching, it will slow down the CPU performance, and OS tries to minimize context switching for efficiency, because context switching produce overhead, because when the CPU start context switching it will slow down its performance, And when it do context switching so frequently to CPU slow down its performance and it cause a performance overhead, and at that duration CPU does not do any kind of useful work. So OS always try to minimize the context switching so it will improve its efficiency. So there are a lot of overhead of context switching, although it's necessary, but it will cause certain things. So, context switching in real life, think about CPU as a teacher. So, one student means one process is answering. So, the teacher stop them and ask another student. Before switching, teacher note where the first student left off. That context switching, it will save one student context and restoring another one. So these are the practical and real example of context switching means one student is answering. You can say that one process. So the teacher talks and then it will ask other student to answer, and before switching teacher note where the first student left off, so it will retain or save the data of first student which I have mentioned you. So in this context switching save the state of the one student and restoring another. So this is the practical example of context switching. So what are the summary table? Concept mean context switching. Context switching means changing the CPU state from one process to another. And its main purpose is to enable multitasking. And it will store info means registers, program counters, stakes, pointers. And its disadvantage is to create overhead, means it create time overhead, means the CPU will become idle during the switching. And the example is switching between typing and playing music. So this is a summary of context switching, why we do context switching, why context switching cause our head, and I have discussed practical examples of context switching, and a lot of things why we do context switching, what data it will save during the context switching. So this is all for today. I will bring some other lecture in the coming videos. Thank you.